Hello and welcome. My name is Elizabeth, and if you've stumbled across me as you've been looking around YouTube, looking for videos on the tarot to understand each one of the cards, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to be talking about the Nine of Swords. I've actually done a video on every single card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I've talked about them individually so that you can understand the symbolism on each card. It is so easy to just lump them all together and talk about all the nines and all the tens. If you really want to do these cards justice, to understand the deeper symbolism on each card, you really need a separate video. So today is the Nine of Swords. I'm going to talk about the astrology, tarot timing, the elements, the Kabbalah. We're going to look at the numerology and the deeper imagery that is on this card. And there are some things that are on this card that I had to go searching for on the web because I couldn't find them in any of my books. And I get a bit like a dog with a bone, I must say. Sometimes I look at these cards and when I decided I wanted to understand the symbolism, I got stuck into it. And let me tell you, it took a while for some of the things to actually find what they mean. So I'm really hoping, if you're curious about each of the tarot cards, if you're particularly curious about the Nine of Swords, that you will stick with me, because I'm going to spin the camera around and take a deep dive and a deep look at this card. The Nine of Swords. The Golden Dawn title for this card, the Lord of Despair and Cruelty. So 9 is expansion and awareness. And if we think about the card in terms of numerology, we've got a meaning of expansion and awareness. 9 is made up of 3 by 3 by 3. 3 is creativity and communication. And we've multiplied that by 3 to create expansion and awareness. And in the case of this card, we've got too much expansion and awareness. If you're wondering where I'm sort of reading all this info from, it's from my tarot symbolism cheat sheets. These are available in my Etsy shop. And if you would like to have these to follow along with the video trainings that we've got available on YouTube, just pop down into the description box. There will be a link there for you to go and pick those up. So this is the Nine of Swords. Let's have a look at other nines and how they're expressed. Thinking about this idea of 3 by 3 by 3. So we've got the Nine of Wands. This, you have a lot of expansion and awareness here because you're battle worn and you are looking around. I remember I watched a video of a soldier in Ukraine, and he had loaded up onto YouTube his GoPro, which is his camera on his helmet. He had loaded that up onto YouTube, and I've never seen someone darting around looking the whole time. It's a wonder. It sort of explains why soldiers get this hypervigilance when they come back to civilian life after having been a soldier, and how sometimes they just don't cope and they go back to war again because it's what they know and what they're used to. So I think that card is, it's an expression of that. It's too much awareness. You're on edge, you're battle worn, and you are looking out. Then we've got Cups. We always go in the order of the Golden Dawn. 9 of Cups, and we have got an overabundance of expansion and awareness. You're really happy with yourself, totally self-satisfied. And again, I've done videos in detail on all of these cards, and you can watch. I'll make sure all the links are down in the description box for you so you can go and watch them, or you can watch in order from the beginning. And of course, we've got 9 of Pentacles. You are you have achieved expansion and awareness, you are successful, and you are enjoying the fruits of your labor. The Hermit, the 9th card in the Major Arcana. Expansion and awareness from within. You are looking within to find the answers. I had a friend once who pulled this card and she was in a really not a good place and she knew nothing about the tarot and she pulled the Hermit card. She was horrified. And I said, no. That was the tarot trying to give you a very clear message to take time out and sort yourself out. And that is what the Hermit card is all about. So then we've got the Moon card, and we know the Moon card is about creativity and overabundance. 3 by 3 by 3. That it's the card of confusion. So there's the expression of 9 in the tarot deck. Let's have a look at the Kabbalah. Now, I'm going to go back to my tarot symbolism cheat sheets for these because, of course, I love a cheat sheet. And the reason I love a cheat sheet is because it means I don't have to memorize everything. And I think it's good because you look for things when you need them. You can read the cheat sheet as a whole. And the idea of knowing all this symbolism is not to learn it. It's to give us a beautiful holistic picture of what the card means. So when you start to think about your own life and your own life's experiences, you start to be able to meld your own life's experience with the card and actually be able to have a meaning that's so much more powerful than just rabbiting off everything that we already know about the cards. So all of the 9s in the Minor Arcana, including the 9 of Swords, sit on Yesod or foundation. And the meaning of this Seraphot, which is emanating energy. We're not talking about, like we did the Major Arcana cards, the paths between. We're talking about energy emanating from the Seraphot. And the meaning of this is the astral light, the energies that underlie everything around us, balance of masculine and feminine energy. So we're talking about the overall expansion of our spiritual energy that comes from us. And of course, it's important that that expansion, that energy, when it's in expansion, is also in awareness, so that we are aware of what we put out about ourselves into the world. This card, of course, is a sword. It is the classical element of air, which means it's a card about thinking. It's about our mental energy. It's about how we put ourselves out into the world, our cutting words that cut through the air, just like a sword cuts through the air. And so in this particular card, of course, you can see an overload of mental energy in the form of a nightmare. Traditional timing is autumn, and for traditional timing, we're looking at the overall understanding of the timing for all of the swords, not just this particular card. So if you're reading and you want a quick ready reckoner for timing, then that's a good one. If you want more detailed timing, you can use my cheat sheet. Bit clunky if you're doing a reading for somebody on the fly, but certainly a nice thing that you might find useful if you're doing a written reading. So if we have a look for Golden Dawn timing, and these sheets are in my astrological cheat sheet. So if you'd like a wheel with all the cards on it, and you would like this sheet that dissects the wheel and gives you all the dates, then they're in my Etsy shop, and I will give you the link to go over and grab those as well. So we are looking at Gemini, and we are looking at the second decan in Gemini. So 9 of Swords sits right here on the wheel. And if we look on the cheat sheet and we find the 9 of Swords, which is up here, we're looking at the planetary sub-ruler of here. You can see Gemini, we're in the second decan, and the planetary sub-ruler of Mars. Dates June 1 to 10. So if we're thinking about Mars in Gemini, Mars is a planet of energy and aggression. And when present in Gemini, the sign of ideas and togetherness and intellectual thinking, it creates a disruption. In Gemini, Mars plays mind games. There's internal conflicts and critical self-talk, including doubts about relationships. There's surges of emotion, and it can become difficult to distinguish between love and hate. So here you've got that being expressed in the form of a nightmare. So this is an overactive mind that creates a nightmare. And it's a card that if you're reading for someone, it's predicting nightmares, panic attacks, and somebody that's not feeling at peace with themselves. Again, as I said, timing is June 1 to 10. And I have mixed feelings about timing. I think I mentioned I went to a Tarot Guild of Australia in Victoria workshop where we looked at tarot timing, and we did some readings trying to use it, and it didn't really work. But look, it's fun to know and it's interesting to know, and certainly knowing the background of the card, you can see how the ideas are expressed within it. So if we look at the meaning of the card, now there were some interesting things here that I had to know the meaning of, that I scoured the web to find out. So the figures pose, you can see they've suddenly woken up for a nightmare and their face is covered in their hands with despair. The 9 swords on the wall is telling us that it's a complex nightmare, and the swords are depicted on the wall as the nightmare being overwhelming. There's so many swords. And each sword is perceived as a threat within the person's own mind. I wondered what this was. I just didn't know. There was a little sign here. So it's like a little carved picture here in the bed, and that is a picture of what's actually happening in the person's dream. And the reason it's down under the bed there is to give the impression that it is under the person's consciousness. It's what's happened in their dream, and it's sitting in their unconscious. The quilt, the red roses on the quilt symbolize passion, and that's a really common symbol. Another example is the roses and the lilies in the Magician card. And the zodiac planetary symbols here, you can see them all on the rug. You can actually see the zodiac symbols and the planetary symbols indicate that the dream is full of meaningful symbolism, and also reminds us that no matter what's happening, we are also part of a huge universal energy. And so everything we do doesn't just affect us, it affects the whole universal energy. The black symbolism in behind stands for what is unknown or what is in our unconscious. You've got some blue symbolism on the quilt. That's again representative of emotion. Red is passion, and the white tunic, the figure in the white tunic, symbolizes naivety, innocence, a pureness of spirit. So it's really giving this impression that this is really all in the mind. It's something that's come into their head and they've woken up with a shock. So the meaning of the Nine of Wands I've got written down here on my cheat sheet is it's about sleeplessness, anxiety, nightmares, isolation and depression. Take the time to find a clear perspective. So that is the Nine of Swords. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notifications bell as well so that you never miss another one of my uploads. It certainly does really help my channel, and I would so appreciate it. Don't forget to be part of my community. I've got heaps of freebies. all you have to do is go to connectwithyourdeck.com/newsletter, and I will make sure that that link is down in the description box and in the first comment. Take care, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.